was born and raised in the church, and by the time I got to high school, I had stopped going to church, and by the time I got to college, I was practicing ancient spirituality or New Age spirituality, and I was doing that for maybe 9 or 10 years, so I learned a lot, knew a lot, grew a lot, saw a lot, did a lot. Honestly, while I was practicing New Age, I was still trying to incorporate the Bible because of my upbringing. But honestly, God snatched me up out of that and revealed some things to me that I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share my top three. It's a lot more, but I'm gonna just share three. The first thing He revealed to me was how egocentric New Age spirituality really is, compared to the Bible, which is the epitome of teaching the utmost humility. Now, whether or not people who believe in the Bible actually practice this humility in the world is beside the point, but that doesn't take away from what the Bible actually teaches. If you ask New Age spiritualists why they don't believe in the Bible, I'm 99% sure that they will give you an answer that's ego-centered. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It has to add up to me. It has to be something that I agree with. That's ego. New Age is very, very logical. And that is why a lot of people, including myself, were so enticed by it, because it made sense. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. But then I realized spirituality is not supposed to be logical. That's counterproductive to what spirituality actually is or should be. Spirituality should be humility. Spirituality is miraculous, and to be miraculous, it must out or overstand anything that the human mind can comprehend. And that is why the Bible teaches us to walk by faith and not by sight, because things of the spirit are not meant to make sense to the human mind. The second thing is New Age spirituality encourages you to gain this knowledge, to free yourself, to be free, and to know your power. If you make Christian content, you done got these comments. I hope you wake up to your power. I hope you release yourself from the shackles of religion. First of all, we don't practice religion, we practice relationship. But anyway, it reminded me of Satan tempting Eve in the garden with this knowledge, telling her that her eyes will be open and she'll be able to know what God knows. Then there's the whole we are God's thing. Yet New Age spirituality teaches you to outsource all of these powers. When I say outsource, I mean you have to use so many things to get the peace and the love and the prosperity that God alone provides. Crystals, stones, zodiac, moon ritual, tarot cards, psychics, physics, ancestors, like, and, I was doing all these things, healing myself, becoming a better person. So of course I would have no motivation for thinking that it was a bad thing. But when people say the devil doesn't come dressed in red with horns, it means he doesn't show up and introduce himself. He doesn't wear a name tag. We have to think, as human beings, we have a very high amount of intelligence. Now, whether certain people choose to use their intelligence is not the point, but we are genuinely, naturally born with this level of intelligence. So for Satan to be the king of this world, his intelligence would have to supersede ours. The Bible describes the serpent as being the craftiest, Satan as prowling around like a lion. Most importantly, 2 Corinthians 11 says that Satan masquerades as an angel of light, meaning what looks or feels right isn't always of God. Sometimes it's just a trap. There's one thing to be a good person, and then there's another thing to live for God. That takes it to another level that people don't want to address. Living for God and striving for biblical humility is the deepest form of spirituality. I realized that.